is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Kansas City Chiefs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Carson, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's Hill on the return. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 43. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the slats. Watch the slat. Kill. 15.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Right, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
56. Mike 56. Right there. 56. Come on, let's go.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not the kind of game that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Out to his left. Completes it to Hardman. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
First and goal from the 6. And they'll try the option on first and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on first and goal.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. Short throw to Disley. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now Wilson down around his goal line. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. And he's able to get it out of there. Watch out for Hill on the return. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
44-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
At the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56.
And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Right here, right here. Check safety, check safety. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Let's pick it up. It's our time.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Working with his 2nd and 4.
I hope he runs your left because I'm about to take you to school. Jim. Kill. Check nickel.
Now Leonard Fournette. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football. Vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think.
It's caught inside the 25. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory.
A 57-yard gain.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Carson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Wilson on the keeper.
Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Tyreek Hill on the return. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
At the 47-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
56, Mike, 56. Drop deep, drop deep.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Watch the slant.
They go play fake. Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. 23 yards to pick up there.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. It's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Chiefs 10. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. From the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. Tyreek Hill on the return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Hill on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk? Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
This is Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. They run again with Carson. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
To DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Seahawks.
Jason Myers.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Seahawks 21, Chiefs 10. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Yellow. 56, Mike, 56.
Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd and 7.
Yellow. 56. Hey, get away from me. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And here's Hofrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away.
Now it's Lockett. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
7-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. He's got the first down inside the 10. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
From the gun, Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation in a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score.
The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
From the 24, Wilson.
A pass underneath for Carson.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st down, Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun. Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Seahawks. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Not much more impressive than that. Myers connects on the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this quarter. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. L.J. Collier able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
2nd down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Flushed out right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, rush coming, and he's taken down. Kamale Correa. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
3rd and long.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
For the field goal, a 46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Check 26, check 26. 19.
They run it with Carson. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. He had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
On first down, Carson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters.
Now Carson fumbles the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Hill It's a foot race. 20. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown, Chiefs.
So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Good. Makes the score Seahawks 38, Chiefs 17.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown.
Tyler Lockett. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Is good.
And it's up and good.
Seahawks 45, Chiefs 17. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
The Chiefs on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is third and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by DJ Reed. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Ball carrier.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Lights 57. 57's right. Check pass. Check pass.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Give them a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. goodness. It's no good. He missed it. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another fourth down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I figure I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law. And it's 9/10 of this game, too, having the football count.
You're so litigious. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 23. He gives it off to Carson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hey. 4 down.
They'll run on first down. Carson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Willie Gay on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup.
It's just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down now, it's Carson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On third down, Carson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A gain of 2, just like we saw in first and second down as well. Deuce is wild.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Taking it about the 16. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Today's final.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on.